him talking about fighting Canelo could be nonsense.
This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Blair the Flair Cobbs. Blair, how are we doing?
I'm doing wonderful, living a good life.
Talk to us, what you're going up to. Obviously that huge win over Adrien Broner. How's life been since?
Life has just been the same. I've just been, working, just living a good life, honestly, taking a couple vacations.
Yeah, and well deserved, win of your career, biggest name. Did the fight go how you expected?
Yeah, I think so. I think it went just as expected. Broner's a very dangerous fighter, so I had to do the very best I can.
Just talk us through, Broner, he's full weight world champion, right? So, to get him on the resume, how much do you think that'll do for your career?
I believe it does a lot. It speaks volumes when there's a lot of really good fighters in my weight class in the 147 division, and I'm the only one that's actually fought a name.
Talk to us about what could be next for yourself. Obviously, like I say, there's a lot of big names in the division. Anyone you're looking at?
Oh, absolutely. We got Boots. We got Ryan Garcia. We got Conor Ben. We got a lot of great fighters. We got Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. Anyone can get it. All of them can get it. So like any one of those guys, we can make that fight happen, and there will be another puppet coming out of retirement.
What do you think of a fight with Ryan Garcia? Obviously, right now he can't fight, but when he served the punishment and things, how would a fight between you and Ryan play out if you fought him?
First making the fight happen. I believe that will happen as soon as he get off of his suspension, and then we'll make that fight happen. I think the build-up will be incredible, and how it will go, it'll kind of go the same way my last fight went with Adrien Broner. The same problems, except for he's nowhere near as resilient as somebody like Broner. Broner was incredible. I hit him with a lot of big shots that most people would not wake up from. They won't get up from, and he's very strong and resilient in that sense. That overhand and all that crazy stuff that I do, I don't think Ryan Garcia would make it.
Talk to me about Boots Ennis. You guys know each other, from Philly and everything like that. How big could a fight be between you and Boots in Philly, do you think?
Yeah, I think that fight will be really big. It'll be really big. It'll be a sold-out crowd. It'll definitely make pay-per-view action. Right now, I gotta really focus on getting another marquee fight that can build up for more attraction and I'll be bigger than a Boots Ennis, and that way I can go ahead and reel in Boots Ennis, beat him, and move on to bigger and better things. If I beat him now, I'll still be in a hold. I'll be in a hold. Boots is having a hard time finding a fight that makes sense, and the reason why is because he's not a true people's champion. He's just a champion. He's just a good fighter. He's just a good fighter with some good hands that haven't really fought anybody. That could fight back. So the whole thing is, if Blair Flair get in there and knock him clean the hell out in the third round, who's to say what's going to happen next after that? I have to be ready to move on and set up these guys. So the Boots fight, I hope it happens. I don't mind if it happens now, but if it's up to me, I'll rather fight another big fight that can pull in big numbers.
Bomac, obviously Crawford's trainer said he doesn't bring anything to the table. What do you make of that?
What, with the Crawford?
He said Boots doesn't bring anything to the table for them.
I doubt that. See, that's the problem with boxing. Yes, it brings a whole lot to the table. You know, you have two fighters that brings in a lot of excitement. A lot of people want to see it make the fight happen, because the thing is, we're here for the fans, and the more we start to just think more about our pockets than the fans, we start to lose boxing. We start to lose what boxing is truly about. So, look, I hope that Crawford bowls around the idea of fighting Boots. That'll be great. If not, then, you know, then I don't know where he's going to go, because him talking about fighting Canelo could be nonsense. He could probably be chasing that for years on end and never get it.
You talked to me about Crawford's fight on the weekend against Madrimov. What did you think of it? And what did you think about the Canelo talk?
I don't think that he should even think about fighting Canelo quite yet, and more so just think about getting another mega fight. I mean, he got a mega fight with Earl Spence, and bouncing back off of that win would be great. The next big fight for him will probably be Blair Flair, honestly. I mean, like, after I done smoked everybody and dusted Boots and turned his boots into high heels, then, you know, then we'll be talking about a Blair Flair Terence Crawford fight, which would be a star against a very dull boxer. Like, you know.
You didn't enjoy the fight?
This is the thing. Personality-wise, he sucks. He sucks. Crawford sucks. Boxing-wise, he's incredible. I saw, like, in the fight, what I saw was Madrimov. I don't like to mess up his name, Madrimov. He does a whole lot of moving in front of his opponent. It makes people think that he's throwing, he's moving, but he's not throwing any punches. He just lost off of the simple fact that he wasn't throwing enough. He landed some good punches, but like very few. When I say very few, it might have been like maybe 2 or 3 times out of the whole fight that he ever landed or even thrown more than one punch at a time. While Terence Crawford is retaliating consistently with multiple punches, retaliating, getting that single punch back, and then coming back with maybe a small combination. It might not be too much, like maybe a 1-2 or a 1-2-3, but those things plays effect to a point to, like, it's hard to judge. So when it's hard to judge who's landing and who's throwing more, that I believe was Crawford. But it also just gives more to the fact that, like, Crawford, if he gets in the ring with me, he will lose. He will just simply lose, and that's the end of that. But the whole thing is, are we ever going to see a Blair Flair versus Terence Crawford? I mean, by the time we get in the ring, I'll be valuable far beyond him. And then what ends up happening is, like, but then we got to play the tit for tat game just to trap him into a contract. It's very dangerous playing these tactics business-wise with boxing, and the reason why is because while we're doing this and trying to make more money and domino and doing this and that, you have a lot of other things playing the fact we're losing the sport. We're losing the sport, and so we need to get together, make things happen faster, and think more about the sport instead of just your pockets.
And obviously you said you don't think that Crawford-Canelo fight will happen. If it did happen, do you think the weight jump's a bit too much? After, that's what people are saying. After seeing him at 54, 68, they're saying is a bit too much.
Yeah, I think it's definitely too much, and also like what's the game plan for somebody like Canelo? It's just it's kind of just ridiculous, and he shouldn't be trying to chase that fight when he could probably be chasing something better, something better that makes more sense.